guys, welcome to our last day of Time Travel Week. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Kelly. Today we're going to talk about the leaders who have guided us through history.
We'll be talking about kings and queens, presidents, and more.
Without these strong leaders, history might have happened a lot differently.
Very true. Kelly, we don't have kings and queens here in America, right?
Nope, we have presidents. In fact, I think we should start off by talking about presidents.
Good idea. We've got Joe standing by to tell us about some strange and silly things that presidents have done in the past.
Awesome. Before we go, I have a joke for you, Elizabeth.
All right, let's hear it.
What kind of tea does the Queen of England drink?
I don't know, what kind?
Royalty.
Haha. Good one. Let's head over to Joe to hear about those wacky presidents.
You may think that the presidents are pretty tame and that they don't do anything wrong or crazy. But that just isn't the case. Just because they are presidents, that doesn't mean that they aren't humans, and as humans, we have done some pretty weird things. Like John Adams, who visited the home of Shakespeare with Thomas Jefferson, and while the both of them were there, they may or may not have chipped off pieces of Shakespeare's chair. Speaking of Thomas Jefferson, after he and John Adams stole pieces of Shakespeare's chair, Thomas Jefferson went on to invent the Swivel Chair. Jefferson also hated speaking in public so much that he only gave 2 speeches in all his presidency. He had other people read other important speeches. This practice stayed until Woodrow Wilson in 1913. The smallest president that we have ever stood at 5 feet 4 inches and only weighed about 100 pounds. That president is James Madison. Our next interesting president is Andrew Johnson, who was the first president to get impeached or voted out of the presidency. He also was a tailor, so every suit he wore, he made himself. The next president had some major skills. James A. Garfield was ambidextrous, which means he could use both his hands the same. With one hand, he could write in Latin, and the other, he could write in Greek. The last president that I'm going to talk about did something really weird and interesting. Richard M. Nixon loved bowling so much that he had a 1-lane bowling alley put in the basement of the White House. That's all the crazy and wacky things that some of the presidents have done over the years. I hope you all enjoyed. Elizabeth and Kelly will be right back with someone who wants to run for the president.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking to a person who's going to be running for president.
Yep, today we're here with the wonderful Victoria Young. Hi, Victoria. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're so glad you are here.
So, Vicky.
It's Victoria.
Okay, Victoria, why do you want to be president?
I feel like there are a lot of problems that I want to fix in America.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, I think there's too many hills and too many mountains, and I think the whole country should just be flat, so I don't have to walk uphill.
I don't think that's possible.
I'll figure out a way to make it happen.
Anyway, Tori.
It's Victoria.
Okay, Victoria. If you did become president, what's the first thing you would do?
I would ban every single liquid except for milk.
What about water?
No, it's banned. Sorry, you don't need it.
What if you're lactose intolerant?
Didn't think about that one. They can drink like pineapple juice or something. I don't know.
I don't think you're going to be a good president.
I don't think so either. You do not have our votes.
I don't need your votes. I need their votes. So if you would vote for me, let me know in the comments.
Alrighty then. We will be back right after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and I am running for president. And this is the best campaign manager I have ever had. Her name is Hannah Gray.
You're the best client I've ever had, Victoria.
She's just the best, and she is for hire. If you'd like to hire her, call her 1-800-GRAY-FOR-YOU.
I am an amazing speechwriter, and I have the best ties in the community.
She really does. So remember, if you want her to be your campaign manager, call 1-800-GRAY-FOR-YOU today, and we'll be sure to help you out. Be sure to vote for me, Victoria Young, for president. See you soon.
Welcome back. Now that we've talked about presidents, I think it's time to talk about other rulers. But instead of talking about the boring ones, we're going to talk about the ones that were a little weird and crazy.
I came prepared to share a few of my favorite weird rulers, Elizabeth.
Awesome.
Okay, This one is blue and see-through, which is pretty crazy. And then this one is made out of wood. Can you believe it? Look at this one though. It looks like it's a ruler, but it folds out. Look how long that is.
Kelly, not that kind of ruler. Like people who ruled over countries like kings and emperors.
Aw, man.
Sorry, dude.
It's fine. I know about some of those crazy rulers too.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness. There have been thousands of rulers throughout history, but you'd be surprised by how many of them were kind of crazy and odd.
I know one that was real wild. Caligula. He was an emperor in Rome and he was obsessed with his horse. He would dress up his horse and let it eat from the dinner table. He also made the horse an official citizen of Rome and later made him a priest.
No way. Are you just horsing around?
Nope, totally true.
You're right, that is weird. Speaking of Roman emperors, you've heard of Nero, right?
No, what did he do?
Well, he loved to show off his talents. He would sometimes force people to sit and listen for hours while he played his instrument. He also added a poetry competition to the Olympics just so he could win it.
Wow, he sounds like a real nice guy. There's also King Ludwig II from Bavaria. He loved costumes and fairy tales, and he literally spent all of his country's money on building a bunch of pretty castles.
Yikes. At least they have cool castles now.
True. Apparently, one of the castles was actually the inspiration for the castle in Sleeping Beauty.
Well, that's cool. Okay, I've got one more, Kelly. The last one is Christian VII, one of the kings of Denmark. He became king when he was only 16 years old, and he definitely acted his age. He loved to pull pranks on his grandma, and he liked to leapfrog over people when they would bow to him.
That's actually kind of hilarious. I'm going to do that if I ever become queen.
I look forward to seeing that. Well, since we're talking about crazy rulers, we brought in someone special to talk to. Over to you, Kaylee.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm here with King Joey to talk about life and royalty. How are you, King?
I am majestic, just doing kingly things.
That is good to hear. So, King Joey, I heard you have many pets. Can you tell us about some of them?
Yes, I have 2 tigers who roam around my palace. I also have 300 parrots. They all say hello to me when I walk through my palace doors. I also have horses, elephants, goats, beavers, and seahorses. I just love wildlife.
Yes, we can tell. How do you take care of all those animals?
Well, people work for me, obviously, but my tigers are trained to take care of the other animals.
Very interesting. So, can you tell me what it's like being king?
It's lonely. People only come to me when they need me. My animals are all I have. Most of the time, I just talk to my parrots. They can't say much, but they are good listeners.
Let's take a quick break and head back to Kelly and Elizabeth. Thank you, King Joey.
You're welcome.
Crowns aren't just for royalty. They're for anyone that has a head. And I just so happen to make the best ones. Here at Twinkling Tiara, we make customized crowns just for you. We make quinceañera crowns, pageant crowns, even dog crowns. Name a reason, and I'll make you a crown. Call 1-800-TWINKLING-T and book an appointment for your custom crown.
Welcome back.
We're going to talk about women who have been in a position of leadership, particularly queens.
Do queens need to be married to be a queen?
Actually, no. We'll be talking about her in a second, but Queen Elizabeth I never married. It isn't actually a requirement. I always thought it was, though.
Me too. To start off today, we're going to talk about a woman who you may have heard of, Cleopatra VII. She was the queen of ancient Egypt. She came to power at the age of only 17, and she was the last pharaoh of Egypt before the Romans took control. She was a cool lady.
Oh, she sounds awesome. I want to talk about Queen Elizabeth I first. She was a queen of England between 1558 and 1603. She presided over a period of exploration and great invention. She refused to share power with a husband and was very powerful to the people.
Wow, she sounds awesome. I'm going to talk about Marie Antoinette next. She was the Queen of France. People adored her initially for her beauty, but people started to dislike her because she cared about the enemies of France and she didn't care about people's health and safety. She wasn't really a fan favorite.
Wow, that's too bad she wasn't a great ruler. To bring us up to today, we are going to talk about Queen Elizabeth II, who is current Queen of England. She is the longest living and longest reigning British monarch, and she continues to receive support from the people of the United Kingdom.
Sounds like they're good and bad queens.
There really is good and bad in everything.
Agreed. That's it for us right now. Let's head over to Kaylee for the wellness tip.
Hey guys, today I want to talk to you a little about a different type of bullying, which is called cyberbullying. This is the same thing as bullying, it just isn't in person. Cyberbullies are anyone who bullies you but over the internet or in electronic. This happens in lots of different ways, in text messages, emails, online games, and on social media platforms. Unfortunately, the internet often makes it easier for people to say hurtful things because it's more impersonal and anonymous than real life. As a result, many kids participate in cyberbullying even though they don't consider themselves bullies. Some examples may be teasing someone online or posting pictures or videos of someone online. Being cyberbullied can make you feel very upset and lonely. It can make you not want to join in activities. If someone is cyberbullying you, they are most likely they will not bully you face to face. So how can you stop cyberbullying? Or how can you avoid it? First, you report the bully. Don't take drama to the web. Remember that you can work out a problem with a friend. Don't reply to the bully, and if possible, block messages from the bully. Even if you feel like somebody has been mean or unfair to you, you won't want to stoop to their level. You will have more good friends when you show that you can take the high road and treat others with respect. But make sure you will always report a bully and try to avoid them as much as possible. Anyway, guys, that is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Always stay strong no matter what. I know you can do it. And don't forget to smile. Bye!
To end out today's show, we are talking about how you can become a leader.
And because we live in the United States, we're going to talk about how you can become the President of the United States.
But what if I want to be the Queen of England?
Listen, Elizabeth, I hate to break it to you, but that isn't how it works.
Well, then how does it work?
Well, you have to be born into the family, so you can't do it unless your mom is the queen.
Dang it. Guess I'll shoot for president then. How can I become one?
Well, in order to be president, you have to be at least 35 years old, so you're close. That's just a rule they've set. You also have to be an American citizen, which means you were born on American soil. And then you also have to have lived in the U.S. for 14 years.
Wow, is that all?
Well, people also have to like you and then pick you to be president. It's not too challenging.
That's awesome. I want to be president.
I could see it.
Thanks. I think that's all the time we have for today.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Be sure to check out the link outs to make protein balls with Beth from the Goal Foundation, art with Teresa, and cheer with KJ and Ashley.
And leave a comment down below of something you loved from today's show.
Reminder, we will not be having a show tomorrow.
Have a happy Pioneer Day.
We will see you guys next week. Bye!